2025 has started, I'm inviting you to take a piece of paper, a pen, and write a list of all your non-negotiable habits for 2025. In this video, I want to be sharing the 20 non-negotiable habits I want to implement this year. So those are, like I said, non-negotiable habits that I have no reason not to do because they're not too hard and they have the ability to truly improve my life in 2025. I have my notebook with me. I have written everything on it. Yeah, just let's go. First habit is to have a consistent sleep schedule, and this is something you might know about already, but that's something you might not be implementing. I'm just so tired of mistreating my body because having an inconsistent sleep schedule is like mistreating your body because your alarm rings and you just force your body to wake up when your body is not even rested. And having a consistent sleep schedule just improves your quality of sleep. You wake up more rested and it just changes everything. And because your day depends on your sleep, then I feel like it's super important. So in 2025, I really want to have a consistent sleep schedule. The second non-negotiable habit is to stretch every day. Stretching is good for your body for so many different reasons, but mainly your body will thank you later. The more you get into the habit of stretching, later you will not have like a robotic body. And this is something I want to do every day. I said in previous videos that I want to be doing yoga every day. So that's basically that. And also your stretching doesn't have to be 30 minutes long or even like 15 minutes long. It can just be 2 minutes long. Just 2 minutes is already a good start. My third non-negotiable habit is to drink water every waking hour of the day. So every hour I want to be drinking water because I sometimes go hours. I go hours without drinking water. And then I'm like, when's the last time you drank water? So I really want to get into the habit of drinking water every single waking hour. So maybe I will just put a reminder on my phone to remind me to drink water. I have a goal to drink 1.5 liters of water every single day, but I kind of feel like I can't stick to it because I don't remind myself to drink water more often. So that's something I want to be doing, even if it's a little, but I just want to get into the habit of drinking water more often. My fourth non-negotiable habit is to wake up before 7 a.m. I feel so much better about my day and I feel so much more productive when I wake up before 8 a.m. Just 8 a.m. in general. So if I wake up between 7, honestly I said before 7 a.m., but because it's the winter, I think it's mostly gonna be between 7 a.m. and 7:30. Let's say I just want to wake up before 7:30 a.m. just because I feel much more productive about my day and I feel much more motivated to tackle things when I wake up before 7:30 a.m. My fifth non-negotiable habit is to not snooze, to never snooze. I just prefer waking up tired and then telling myself that I will go to bed early in the evening, because if I wake up tired, I have one more reason to go to bed earlier in the evening. So that's kind of my reasoning. I prefer waking up tired and going through my day and then going to bed early and fix my sleep schedule than snoozing and then waking up late and then I'll go to bed late in the evening and the cycle just repeats itself. So I just not snooze. My goal is to never snooze even when I'm tired, because I just tell myself that it's only for today and then tonight I have one more reason to go to bed earlier. My sixth non-negotiable habit is to do visualization every day, and in my case it's every morning. That's something I'm already doing. I've mentioned my habit of visualization a few times already, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on it, but I just feel like it's super important to visualize your vision so that you're connected to your vision, to your why every single day. For days your motivation is low or for days you just don't want to do anything, at least you have your vision to fall back on. My seventh non-negotiable habit is no screens in the 2 golden hours. What I call the golden hours is the first hour of your day and the last hour before you go to bed. So just no screens in these 2 hours, because I feel so much better when I don't start my day with screens in front of my face and when I don't end the day with screens in front of my face too. My eighth non-negotiable habit is to plan the next day. It's just so easy to procrastinate when you don't plan your next day, because you're like, well, if I didn't plan anything, it means that there is really nothing to do, because you didn't make a promise to yourself that you were going to do this and that. So I want to get into the habit of planning the next day the night before. That's not something I do consistently, but I want to start doing it consistently, because I see a massive difference when I plan my next day and when I don't. I am more inclined to do the things I said I was going to do if I plan the next day. My 9th goal is linked to the previous one. I want to reflect on the week. When you have goals and you work every single day towards achieving these goals, if you don't reflect on your week, how do you know you are on the right track? Because sometimes you can be doing things that are actually not moving you forward. So you're basically working for nothing a bit. This is again something I am not doing. I'm not doing at all, but that's something I really want to start doing. Reflecting on my week and create a game plan for the next week. If things are not working, it makes no sense for me to keep doing them. So that's why it's important for me to reflect on the week, but that's something I'm not doing. But that is something, a non-negotiable habit I want to do in 2025. The 10th non-negotiable habit is to track my habits and my progress. It's linked to the previous one as well. If you're working towards something and you're not tracking it, then it's like you're not even gonna do it. It has happened so many times to me. For example, let's take journaling. I would be like, did I journal yesterday? And I don't know if I did. Like, I literally don't know if I journaled the night before. Did I read? And I have no idea if I read the night before, because I didn't track it. So not tracking anything is the best way and the fastest way to not stay on track with your habits. And yeah, because if you don't have a reminder, okay, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, then you just forget about it, especially when a habit is not a habit yet. It's so easy to forget to do certain things. My 11th non-negotiable habit is reading over scrolling. I just tell myself that if I have the time to scroll, then I have the time to do something more productive. So whenever I catch myself scrolling, well, actually, not whenever, but like, I just try. Whenever I catch myself scrolling, I just pick up a book. Well, I try to pick up a book. That's something I really want to be doing in 2025, because if I have the time to scroll, then I have the time to do something more productive. So if I have the time to scroll, I have the time to read. That's what I tell myself. My 12th habit is to do deep work more often. Not just work, but deep work, because I've realized that I accomplish so much more when I'm doing deep work. So it means no phone when I'm working, no music, no nothing, and also using block sites. So all the websites that are tempting, I just block them. Sometimes it's tempting to work with music or to work with something in the background, or I just tell myself it's no big deal if I check something on my phone. But it is a big deal because it takes more time for me to accomplish things. I just tell myself that it's better to have real distraction than partial distraction. So it's just better to do my work when it's time to do my work, so that when it's time to rest, when it's time to be distracted or whatever, I can focus 100% of my attention and my energy on being distracted. So maybe some people are good with multitasking, working and then playing some music, a podcast or whatever. But I just want to be like, when it's time to work, I work. And when it's time to be distracted and enjoy life or whatever, then I enjoy life and whatever. My 13th non-negotiable habit is to budget at the beginning of every month. This is not something I do. And I know I should be doing that, because overspending actually makes me feel miserable. It makes me feel like shit. So I truly want to start budgeting at the beginning of each month. So I have to do it for January. I really want to get into the habit of budgeting. And I feel like everyone should get into the habit of budgeting anyway. My 14th non-negotiable habit is journaling over overthinking. Journaling just brings so much clarity and so much perspective. Your problems just magically get solved when you put them on paper, and it's better to just empty your mind and put everything on paper before you have to do something productive. Because let's say you have to work or you have to do something productive, but there are things on your mind, you will not be able to be 100% focused on the thing you need to be doing. So journaling every time I'm overthinking, because, you know, overthinking truly gets in the way of me being productive and of me being absolutely truly focused on what I am doing. My 15th non-negotiable habit is to listen to podcasts over watching YouTube videos. I watch too many YouTube videos, and sometimes not even with a purpose. I just go on my homepage and I click on a video, and then I click on another video, and I just waste my time doing that. And also sometimes YouTube is too stimulating. Sometimes I feel like it's way too stimulating. So I want to get into the habit of, when I need to be distracted a little bit, then choose something of less stimulation, like just listening to podcasts. Because when you watch YouTube, more of your senses are activated, your vision, your hearing. Whereas when you listen to podcasts, it's just your hearing. So I just want to tone down on the stimulation and go for something that is less stimulating. My 16th non-negotiable habit is to disconnect from my goals. I have a tendency that when I have goals, I tend to wake up these goals. I go to bed these goals. I breathe these goals. These goals are in my mind 24/7. So something I have to learn to do is to disconnect from my goals when it is time to disconnect from my goals. Like typically, if my goal is working out, I will be working out, but I will also be watching videos of other people work out. I just want to be able to, when it's time to rest, instead of watching videos of other people work out, maybe just watch a movie or something that is not related to my goals. I tend to have this all or nothing mindset, and I hate it. I just hate this mindset. My 17th non-negotiable habit is to see other people as inspiration, not competition. Comparison is just going to slow down your progress. You should just be focusing on your own journey, your own path, and this is how you're gonna get further and faster, by focusing on your own progress, focusing on your own path, focusing on your own thing. Whereas when you use others as inspiration, you actually take their energy and translate their energy into action. My 18th non-negotiable habit is to stop saving videos to watch later. I have over 1,000 videos in my watch later, and those videos I'm not gonna watch. If I'm opening YouTube, it means that I have free time. So if I am putting a video on my watch later, it just means that this video is not important. It's not a priority. Because if this video was a priority, I would be watching it right away. I just don't want to be hoarding videos anymore. So I'm just gonna stop in 2025 saving videos to my watch later. My 19th non-negotiable habit is to eat breakfast. I feel like this is gonna depend on you. Personally, when I'm hungry, I am irritable and I can't focus on anything. Like seriously, when I'm hungry in the morning, I can't work, I can't do anything, and my productivity just like drops, and I don't work on an empty stomach. And I used to be the type of person who could not eat in the morning, but now, because I got my body used to eating in the morning, I just can't go back, because I am a mess when I don't eat in the morning. The last non-negotiable habit for 2025 is to prepare things ahead. What I mean by that is just to make your life easier, to make your habits easier to do. For example, if I have to do yoga every evening, then in the afternoon, I'll just set my yoga mat on the floor, so that when the night comes, I know, like, I have no reason not to do yoga because the mat is already on the floor. The same goes if I have to journal in the morning. When I go to bed, I'll just put my journal, I'll open my journal on my desk, and I put a pen on the journal, so that when I wake up the next morning, I have no choice but to journal. Because if I don't do it, I just betray my past self, my past self who took some time to lay the journal, open it, and put a pen on the journal. So it makes me more inclined to do the things that I know I should be doing, just by preparing things ahead. Those will be my non-negotiable for 2025. I will be keeping myself accountable and tracking all of them. Seriously, like, I will be tracking all of them. That's it for the video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.